Hey everybody. Normally I'd probably be using my webcam for this, but I figured, you know what? Right now my webcam is, well, it still works and everything. It's just that right now I'm currently downloading, and then later on probably converting the video of my first trip to Disneyland and back. I mean, of course I have it on my other computer, but if I try to put it on CD or DVD, if you will, it's not. It doesn't always work sometimes for some odd reason. I don't know why. But anyway, again, up there you can see what I want to talk about. Apparently, right now they got a replay going on of the E3 events over the past of last week and so. But I wanted to talk about, seeing as though I'm an Xbox owner of an Xbox 360, I thought I wanted to talk about some of the things that they came out with, some of the announcements they made. One of the announcements is there's going to be a new music app coming out for Xbox, and it's basically it's going to be something where I guess you can create your own playlists and stuff like that. So it sounds interesting. Sounds actually interesting. And then of course, so so that kind of helps out if you want to create your own playlist and everything. And it's also supposed to be the kind of stuff that even with Zune and Netflix and a few other apps that you socialize or listen to music with or watch shows or movies with, one of the new things they announced is you're going to be able to take it on the go. Because basically now Xbox is going to be mobile depending on your device that you use. Whether it's iPad, iPhone, Windows Phone, mainly Windows Phone, but something like iPad, tablets, Android, iPods maybe. We're not really sure. But basically they're going to make it to where you could take your entertainment on the go with you. Like if you have a playlist with this new music app they got, you could take that playlist on the go and listen to it. As far as I know. I mean, I wasn't here last week to watch all of E3 because I was in Disneyland. Secondly, they made the announcement, which I pretty much figured was going to be the next step for them. I mean, I felt that Microsoft was going to do this because they know that even though, as they say, they're the number one platform console in the world, that number one selling, that is, that the one thing they were lacking was browsing. And as soon as they announced last year that YouTube was coming to Xbox and Bing was coming to Xbox, which is a search engine, I pretty much knew that the next logical step was to put a web browser. And that's what they've done. Now the web browser is not Firefox and it's not Google Chrome. Instead it's Internet Explorer, because Internet Explorer, as we know, was pretty much created by Windows. So Internet Explorer is going to be coming to Xbox later this year. We don't know what time frame in the fall, though. That's the thing. We don't know if it's going to be September. We don't know if it's going to be October. We don't know if it's going to be November. It might be the same time frame as YouTube was last year, but we got to wait and see. YouTube and Bing was last year, but we'll have to wait and see. But that is to me, that is probably one of the best announcements they've made. To find out that we're going to finally be able to do what we do on things like here on this computer, to be able to realize that we're now going to be able to use, I don't know if it's right here, there it is, that we'll finally be able to use this Internet Explorer. Let me zoom in on that. That we'll finally be able to use this Internet Explorer courtesy of our video game console known as the Xbox, is great. Now, that was the one thing I'm pretty sure a lot of fans pretty much told Microsoft about that they were lacking in. Because when you take a look at Nintendo and you take a look at Sony, their gaming consoles have browsers, if you will. The Wii has it with that Ophelia, and I guess the PS3 has it with whatever they have. But Xbox doesn't, and now they will. So it's going to be really interesting. And again, along with the news that you're going to be able to take stuff on the road with you is really interesting as well. Entertainment and stuff on the road with you will be interesting as well. I mean, think about, and I don't know what other apps they got coming, but hopefully it's going to be some apps we can really get into and really enjoy. I mean, they had a lot of apps come out this past few months that we didn't even know they were coming with, like Magna and a few others. So that was interesting in its own right. But to find out that we're going to be able to use Internet Explorer, a web browser on the Xbox, either if we have a Kinect or we don't, or if we have a USB keyboard, it'll be interesting. Because now we'll be able to look at our websites and not have to worry. And with me living in this house that I do, sharing it with my mom, it will allow me to go online while she probably works on her schoolwork for her college classes. I mean, she may have to be in here, like she's got an English class she may have to be in here on that computer. And let's say, I want to check out what WWE is going on in WWE, or I want to look at ringsidenews.com. All I have to do, besides just use my iPod or whatever I have at the time, or my computer here, all I have to do is turn this on, and voila, Internet Explorer right off the bat. So yeah, that's some of the best news I've heard. As far as the other E3 news goes, I mean, we find out that the Wii U, more about the Wii U, and that's going to be launching during the holidays. I know there's a certain member of my family, a certain 8 to going to be 9-year-old that might be obtaining that if I know his luck. I'm not saying he will be the only one either. But the Wii U's coming. We find out a Mario game is going to be launched with it, so that's pretty cool. And we find out that you're actually going to get other controllers besides the Wii U controllers and the backwards compatibility of the Wii controllers as well. You're actually going to get a Pro controller. You're going to actually have a game controller like this that you can hold in your hand. So that's going to be really interesting. And I think we also found out that GameCube titles may be downloadable when the Wii U launches. So that will be really interesting as well. So, but yeah, that's some of the news I heard coming out of E3. What I've looked up and everything, and it's really interesting to know that Xbox is going to do what they're doing, and that the Wii U is going to do what they're going to do. So I can't wait to see what happens, and that's all I'm going to say, because again, I didn't know much about it. I'll have to find out more. If anybody out there has more information on it, let me know, and I'll talk to you all later.